you better say bye to your lady. Not much longer left.
In my old Kentucky home, good night. Weep no more, my lady. Oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home far away.
Hey y'all, welcome to Stiver's Homestead. Today is brought to you by hard work and sweat, so be prepared for that. No, all kidding aside, today we are putting up the male fence, the male goat fence. So we have the Premier One fencing over here. That's where all of our animals are currently. That is 200 foot. It's awesome. We absolutely love it. Even with some weeds growing around it, we have not lost any kind of power or shortages. I check it often, basically every week, top and low, to make sure that we still have an electrical current. We do, all the way around. It does require a little bit of maintenance. You want to keep the weeds at bay. You don't want them to take over, but they can handle a little bit. So we went ahead and bought another 100 foot fence for our buck and our wether. So they're gonna hang out over here. And you see this incredibly filled up tree bunch. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's a bunch of pine trees and then just a lot of weeds. So we are going to put them around there and then take them out to this spot. I haven't measured it, so we're going to kind of play it by ear and see if we can get them to clear all that out. I know they will, kind of like they did over there, and just start doing that all throughout all of this. That would be my goal. So unfortunately, it's not as easy as just putting the fence right on top of the weeds that are already there. You do need to go ahead and mow you a path. So when you lay your fence down, it's not just immediately taken over by weeds. Pretty confident you ain't gonna have a very strong current, if any at all. So I have mowed, I went ahead and did that. I didn't make you all force through that. That's why I look so sweaty. So it's push mode, and I'm gonna turn you around and we're gonna kind of walk the path. You better say bye to your lady. Not much longer left. Okay, so once you're ending here, we start walking through here, and if you've seen in any of our previous videos, this used to be our little run we had for chickens. So I've pulled up all that chicken wire and mowed us a little path. I'm gonna clear it out more, but really I just wanna get the job done for now, and then we can get to maintenance. This is old chicken coop. She'll go down, but for now she's kind of like a barrier between the bucks and the females. So we'll walk through. Right here is gonna be the gate to get into the male goats. And I don't know how much of this area we're gonna have. Not super worried about it because it's just sun and small grass. But we're gonna come over here. Here's this big, ginormous amount of just bushery. Wow. Okay, where's Jen to help me pronounce things right? So I've mowed this kind of little path here all the way around. And as you can tell in here, they're gonna get a lot of nice shade. There's a lot of coverage. So that was one of our reasons for coming over here. Also just to help clear all this out. They're gonna have a field day when they get in here. But we keep going around. And so this is where it's all going. This used to be the old pig pen. Yeah, that was a fun one. And then now we're back out. What do y'all think? You think my 100-foot guess is about right? We just walked it together. So we will see. All right, so if you've been on the fence for Premier One fencing, I hope this convinces you or shies you away from it. Either way, I just hope it's informative for you so you can see what you get when you buy the package. So I did not buy the starter kit. I did on the first run because I didn't know what I was getting. Highly recommend that. That gives you everything you need plus a little extra. And it's not too much more expensive, honestly, than what we paid here. So I'm gonna take everything out and we'll show you exactly what we got. Okay, so to put this up, you literally need 0 tools necessary, which is even better. So what we got here is this is the Intel Shock 30 solar power battery. So on top you got your solar power. It just takes, I don't have them here, 2 clamps like you would to charge a car battery. One's your power, one's your ground. That's what you use for this. Then we got a 100-foot fence, like I had mentioned before. The one thing unique though about this is we got the double spike. So I'll show you better when we put it together. If you buy the starter kit, you will get the double spike. It's a lot easier to put in with your foot rather than a single spike to where you have to drive in with your hands. Makes it a little more flexible. This is a little more sturdy doing it this way. So I highly recommend getting the double spike over the single spike. And then we got a gate. If you've seen any of our videos, we have a gate on our other one. We love it. We would not get one of these without a gate. Some people just turn off their power and step over it. In my recommendation, that makes your post weak and starts leaning them in. And so you really want that string to stay tight so those goats can't lean over it or anything on the lines of that. This is 4 foot high or 48 inches, and it's also poultry netting. The reason I get poultry netting is because the squares are much smaller than say the hog or goat. So I recommend getting the poultry fencing for the main reason you have a universal use. It's the same height as the goat, so there's really no reason not to get poultry netting because it's just the smaller squares. So what that does is that helps prevent the smaller predators to get in, like the weasels and the minks. And say you ever want to change, say you want to use this netting for your chickens, you have it, you can use it. You don't have to worry about buying a new one, because if you get that goat, them chickens are going to slide right through there. So that's what we got today. It's 3 simple things, and you'll see how easy it is to put this thing up. Okay, I made that look a lot more difficult than it was, and that's mainly because I got it tangled, but it's super simple. They fall right out if you do it the right way. But I got them all laid out, and as you can see, we're about 20 foot short. So I'm gonna have to mow into this a little bit more so we can tighten it up a tad. All right, new plan. Just too big for 100 foot. So we're actually gonna cut straight through the middle of it, and that should give us enough room out here. Because we want a little bit of a clean area, straight clean, no trees, that we can have our own stuff, and need to do that there. So we're gonna start putting these in, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is. It's super simple. So you have your stake here. You just set it where you want it. So we want the gate like right here on our path. So that's where I'm starting. And I'm using flip-flops. As long as you don't run into a rock, you ain't gonna have any issues. So then you just take the next one, you pull it tight. Okay, we've got it all the way around. So a couple things I want to show you with that starter kit. You actually get 4 support posts, which are literally just these that you put at your corners and then tie them to them. To me, it's a waste of money because they're just little pieces of plastic. I'm going to use T-post. So what I'll do is I'll put a T-post right behind here, and then I'll pull this back and tie it to it, and that'll help keep our corner tight. But we went right through there. I was gonna go here, we went there, that gave me about 20 more feet that I needed. So it is through the trees there, all cleared out, nothing touching. And you can see here, I'll do the same, see how it's bent over. Pull Pull that back and we'll be good to go. All right, so now, before you finalize your official spot, you want to get your gate in. So we want to put our gate up against this side so we can see exactly where we need to post that one. Okay, I'm not sure exactly how much you saw that. My handy dandy camera woman left me, so I had it on the ground. But here's the gate. It has 2 posts, one on this end, and I guess technically 2 on this end. But one goes on the ground, it's completely separate. There's your handle. It just goes up and down and hooks on right there. You take it up, you pull it out, and you put it right back on. So what I do to make sure this stays good is I just tied the 2 posts together here and here. That way there's no gap and these stay tight. And that's how you put your gate up. So right now our fence is completely up. I just need to put the bearing or the braces on the corners, and then we'll get the hook to power up. Shoo-wee, y'all hot yet? It's a torture out here in Kentucky. All right, so I did have another one of these, whoa, T-post almost fell on me. I did have another one of these supports that come with the starter kit. So I wanted to give you a comparison. I'm gonna use T-post. I'll use this one just because we have it, and they haven't broke. They're just flimsy. So on maybe a spot that just looks a little weak, I'll put it on there. But the rest will be the T-post. So I'm gonna get those in, then we'll show you what they look like. Set the power up, and then we'll put the goats in here to start clearing. Okay, done. So you're probably asking yourself right about now, but won't those T-posts being metal, ooh, fell in a hole, short out the power? It won't, I promise. I did it over there, I tested it, and we're good. So here they are. That really holds it out. They're just so much stronger than that plastic. So I got one there. I got one on the other side, so let's walk over there. But if you want to use these plastic posts, use the plastic posts. It just bows. Let me get on this side. It bows so much and you lose tension. I'm not super happy about them. So then the other one is over here, and I use zip ties to hold them tight. You can use string, but they also loosen. Zip tie ain't gonna loosen. And there's the other one. So let's hook this power up and get these goats in here pronto. All right, are you ready for the most simple way to get power to your fence ever? It's this bad boy right here. So your main thing is it has different settings depending on where you're located in the country, world, I guess, and then also what season you're in. So we're in summer right now, so we're gonna shoot straight up to the sky, get her south facing, because that's where you're gonna get your most sunlight throughout the day. Another reason we put the gate right here was because there's no trees, so I don't have a whole lot of worry of shade. But all you do is you put your ground, and this is your ground. The bigger ones actually come with rods, like you would for a house. This comes with this. And our ground's a little hard, so that was a little rough, but that goes right there on there. And then it's got a little gauge on the side that you just slide in there. So that locks it into place. And then you just hook these up and you're good to go. We actually hook up the power, we have to hook these up. So if you only have one fence, this is the only hookup you're gonna have to do. If you're conjoining multiple fences like we did on our other goat pen, you have a couple more spots you'll need to do this. If I can get it out. There we go. So this connects the gate to the fence. So all they are, they just slide on real easy together. Maybe. Ow. There we go. So they just clip on together like that. So that connects. We're gonna hook the power up here. It'll go all the way around the fence, through here, and it'll actually end here. You do not hook these two up, because if you did, you wouldn't be able to get in your gate. So you don't have a complete circuit, so you don't have to have them closed off for this to work for this fence. We'll just hook our power up here. Okay, so come to this side. So these are easy, you just have your little knobs here. And then you slide your wire right into the hole. That tightens it up. So this one's your ground. It actually hooks right into there to where you put your ground there. And then this is your positive. You do the same thing, find the little hole, slide it in. Right, last step, you hook your power up here. So it actually has a power button, which is nice. So you can turn these off and on. All right, power's on. Excuse me. It's a hot one today. So when you hit the power, there's gonna be a flashing green light. If that green light is flashing, that means you have a full charge. So they send the battery already fully charged, but we have direct sunlight, so we shouldn't have any issues keeping it up that way. They do, if your battery pack, if you're not getting enough sunlight, they do send an actual plug-in charge. So like if you had a child's little RC car, you could use that to, or the charger to just charge the battery up just like that and then replace it back in here. We've never had that issue. We got that one, I think, in like January of this year. No sun at all, and it's never lost any kind of charge. So we have power now, complete power. I'm gonna go get my tester. We'll walk around to make sure we do have it all the way around the fence, and then we can put them goats in here. So let's see if we have power. This, I mentioned that. I'm starting to lose my mind. So this comes in the starter kit if you missed that earlier. So come here and look. The reason I'm checking on this side is because this is actually where the end circuit is. And so we got full power. Check the gate. Gate is actually looking low for some reason. Oh, there we go. There you go, you can kind of see it. Okay, and I did want to clarify something. I said if you use the T-post, it won't ground out your circuit. It won't if you do it like I did it. So I kept them away a little bit, as you can kind of see with this post. That's not a T-post, but if you keep it away and you zip tie, and as long as the strands aren't touching the T-post, you're fine. If your strands do touch the T-post, you won't have power. It will ground out. After I started thinking about it, I was like, I don't want them thinking that metal isn't going to ground it out, because it will. But you can still use them. Just when you zip tie them, make sure the wires themselves are not touching the T-post, and you'll be fine. All right, this is Charlie. He's our buck. I'm gonna get the weather here too, but he's biting at the bit to get in here, so we're just gonna let him free and let him go ahead and do it. Our goats are also trained on electrical. If you're putting in grown adults, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to start. They're not gonna know what an electrical fence is, so they're gonna find out. One or two things are gonna happen. They're either gonna hit it and bounce back, that's what you want, or they're gonna hit it and drive through it. That's what you don't want. If your animals are hitting and driving through it, that means you need to get some kind of permanent fencing up. That way when they hit that electrical fence, they'll hit the permanent fence and then go backwards. That's how you can train goats to do that. The other way to do it is like us. We got all of our goats as babies, so they hit it and their instinct is to bounce back, so they're fully trained. So he is gonna go have fun, and I'm gonna go get his weather buddy.
Charlie, you happy boy? You got all this fresh brush to clean up. Is it good? Here comes Buster. Buster boy.
And so yes, if you have a chain, you can just walk them, but ours are small and not heavy.
And sweet. Little tails wagging.
So now they get to have all kinds of fun with all this fresh greenery. It literally will take them no time to have this cleared out. But what we'll probably do for now is, since I got Buster hair all over me, what we'll probably do for now is just let them in here, let them clean it out, and then put them back in the main pen at nighttime because we have shelters. Then once they get this cleared out a little bit better, we'll build them a little shelter in here for them to be in here permanently. But I want to get them some water and they're just gonna have a good time. Good Lord, he's dead.
Hi, Buster.
Okay, the goats are happy. They're in there. I am hot. Gosh, I'm hot. So this is where I'm gonna leave you all and go get in the pool because it is just ridiculous. If you found this video just because you wanted to see about Premier One fencing and that stuff, I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was informative. If you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button. We do a lot of different things with goats, chickens, guineas, gardening, DIY, all kinds of stuff. So hit that subscribe button if you want to see a little bit more of this sweaty face. If you're one of our awesome subscribers that watch us all the time, thank you for watching. You get to see that Buster and Charlie are now separated from the females, and we are good to go. So we will move them back in tonight, just so they'll have shelter, but I need them to clean that out before I can get something in there. But I hope y'all enjoyed. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.